Sports fans out there, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live tonight on this Thursday. Week one is back. We got some Thursday night football action. I'm so excited. I'm watching the game now. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. I got my man FanDuel Zaya of the FanDuel Zaya podcast here with me tonight for our Thursday night forecast. Uh, Edition matchups on Thursday and Friday night. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Y'all know we back with another banger. Got that Texas dude to the right of me, man. Horns down.
I mean, get it in while you can because you're going to be selling horns up about 4 o'clock on Saturday. Before we get into what we got on the slate, I got to ask you because I got to get your opinion on it. How do you feel about your brothers, Dallas Cowboys, sending Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers?
Man, I don't know, man. What's up with Jerry, man? He crazy, man. I don't think he got it all in his brains no more. I just don't understand why they got that high powered offense. You know what I mean? Well, it looks high powered on paper, and you give up your best defensive player. It looked like they had a chance before that trade. Now I'm worried.
And I thought Dallas was going to be one of those teams that was going to be able to bounce back once Dak Prescott was back healthy. But this move right here got me scratching my head, probably even more than the Dallas Mavericks trade when they sent Luka to the Lakers. I ain't understanding it. I don't know why it happened. I don't know how they couldn't have came up with the same amount of money to sign Michael Parsons. Maybe Jerry Jones and him was really beeping all like that. But man, that's a sad day for Cowboy fans for sure.
Man, Jerry was in his feelings. Jerry was mad because he thought they gentlemen shook on a deal back in March.
Man, they ain't been gentlemen shaking on no deal since what? 1950s?
Man,
Oh,
today's price ain't yesterday's price, dog.
yeah, exactly. Especially once guys all around you are getting these bags. Come on, man. You know you got to up my bag if they get in the bag.
Facts.
So I don't know what he was thinking about, but Michael Parsons is now going to be a Green Bay Packer, a team that is really good. They got a quarterback. They got everything that they really need. Now they adding a piece like Michael Parsons. That's going to be nice for them. I know he ain't going to like that cold weather, but he played at Penn State, so he should be cool.
Facts.
Let's get into some of this Thursday night forecast. Week one is here. What are some of the biggest storylines in college football right now?
Um, I have to say, Arch Manning, man. All the hype surrounding Arch Manning. You know, they got this kid winning the Heisman. A lot of people got him winning the Heisman, and just to be that hyped up and only have two starting games under your belt with all the talent in college football is kind of wild to me. Like it's dudes all in all the Power Four conferences, and Arch Manning is the dude that takes the preseason throne of title odds of winning the Heisman. I think that is ridiculous, but we're gonna see if he can match the hype or not. But it's definitely still a lot more great storylines. With Arch Manning's hype going on, if this was any other year and it wasn't a Manning name on the back of that jersey, I think they'd be talking a lot about my quarterback and how we got a new starting quarterback who's a first year starter. He was the number one quarterback in his own class, respectively, and I want to see what he could do and see if he can lead the troops back to another playoff run.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I'm really kind of, even though I'm a Texas Longhorns fan, I'm tired of hearing uh, all the stuff about Arch Manning, man. And, he's constantly being talked about by everybody. Let the man go out there and play some football. Let him earn that talk. Let him earn it. He said it himself. I haven't even done anything. So I mean, I guess they got to have something to talk about. But it's so much in college football you can talk about. You don't got to keep on talking about Arch Manning and the fact that he's a Heisman front runner. The game against Ohio State, the Ohio State game in itself in Texas is enough to talk about. You don't even have to mention Arch Manning's name. So I'm kind of tired of hearing that too. But one of the things that I really want to see is there's some teams out there that I want to see if they can make some bounce back. I want to see if Alabama can bounce back. I want to see if Florida State can bounce back. And Melissa Graham sent us that daggone thing about the Miami tickets not selling and all these tickets that they still got available on a Miami team that's ranked did really well last year. What's going on with their fans? Are they waiting to see if the price gonna come all the way, way, way down? Are they not high on this team? Your stadium is gonna be sold out. Texas Stadium is gonna be sold out. Why isn't Miami Stadium sold out for a home game against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish? That thing should already be sold out. What's going on, Miami Hurricane fans? Are y'all spread all out the country and y'all didn't want to go? Is a hurricane coming in? What's keeping y'all from going to this game? Is it because it's Sunday night and you got to go to church service? What's going on, Miami Hurricane fans? All those tickets should be sold.
Man,
You got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish coming into town on Sunday night. Why aren't those tickets sold?
I think they waiting on payday, man. Payday usually tomorrow.
Well, come tomorrow, buy up all those tickets because it ain't making no sense to me. Or give them to Notre Dame fans. They'll probably pack the stadium
Right,
for you.
they will pack it all the way up. At
You
least y'all
know?
ain't gonna lose no money.
Yeah, you ain't gonna lose no money. I can't understand it. Anything else out there that's another big storyline that you want to talk about before we go to the next question?
Well, we always, we love Coach Prime over here at WTP Sports Dudes. We heard Poe talk about the other day that he wasn't happy with his team. So I'm real curious about what they gonna look like, man. I think this is a pivotal year. Shador, Trav, is both gone off the team. You say this is the best team you had yet. So is that going to equate to wins? More wins. Every year he had an upper trajectory. Now what you gonna do, Prime?
Yeah, I'm anxious to see them as well, to see what's going to go on with that team now that you don't have Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter. Um, is he going to be able to sustain that kind of success in a conference that we all agree is probably one of the most, what's the term I want to use?
Deep
They deep and they got a lot of parity. This
parody.
this
Parody
this
is
conference
right.
has a lot of parity in it, man. And you see how they got rolled on last year towards the end of the season by Kansas and then in the bowl game by BYU. They got to be able to right that shit, man, so that they can, be up there. Otherwise, you're gonna see them fall to the bottom of the barrel, and I
Yeah.
don't want to see that for Colorado. We also got our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast joining us as well. Right now, Post Game, we're talking about week one is here. What are some of the biggest storylines in college football? We talked a little bit about Arch Manning and all the hype that he's getting. Everybody continues to have that Arch Manning name coming out their mouth. We also talked about will Florida State and Alabama rebound and be contenders again, and also the fact that the team you're about to face with your Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the Miami Hurricanes, has boatloads of tickets still available for that game. Why isn't that game sold out? So, what's some big storylines in college football right now for you?
Well, let me first of all, how y'all doing tonight? It's good to be on with y'all as always.
Post
Very
Um,
good.
game.
um, let's start at that with Miami and the tickets. The fans know they gonna talk crazy because I mean, I'm listen, I'm not gonna ever, be mad at somebody for repping their squad and talking they talk. But they know Miami is gonna get crushed. I'll be releasing a prediction video tomorrow, probably sometime around 3 or 4 p.m. I got a fantasy draft I got to knock out after work, but uh, Miami is going to get crushed this season, or this season opener by Notre Dame, and it's a lot of analysts and national analysts and big wigs who are calling a close game. They scared to tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. Miami is about to get crushed. I only man, it may be something in the tune of no, I don't want to tell the score, but like I
Yeah,
said, I have a
say that for
prediction.
tomorrow. Say that for tomorrow.
Yes, sir. But I mean, as far as storylines across college football, Rob, I mean, how can we not talk about the quarterback position? So many first year starters, man, and you got guys like Sellers and I mean, first year starters. We can talk about Manning. We can talk about Carr. We can talk about Sayan. We can talk about the new quarterback at Florida State. The quarterback position for me, fellas, is really exciting for this upcoming season. I want to see what these guys are going to do, how they're going to look, and if they need time to get up to speed with their new teams in the case of transfers. So that's really exciting for me. Also, one of my sleeper teams in the ACC, Louisville. I want to see if they can do something with Miller Moss. We already know about the running back they got with Isaac Brown, but I would like to see what Louisville talking about this season. So man, there's so many places we can go, but that quarterback position in college football, oh man, I can't wait to see it.
Hey, post game before I let Moss go, I told Rob that everybody in Miami just waiting for payday, bro. You know what I mean? Payday usually tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Them tickets gonna be gone tomorrow.
Hey, that might be the case. That might be the case for sure.
Good evening. Good evening. Good to see everybody, man. Appreciate you having me. Just the one thing that I was really thinking about since y'all hit on the quarterbacks, I would say, I know it's a lot of talk about my Seminoles, man. I'm gonna just throw that out there. A lot of people, I've been watching quite a few shows. They just been trying to see what's going to really happen, in Florida. Doak Campbell, as well as the HBCUs with, Deshaun Jackson, Vic, Eddie George, respectively, all coaching this season. I think, that's just something to look at and just be applauded for, just for college football, seeing former NFL Hall of Famers being at this point, coaching as well. I think that's good for the game and what they could teach these young men as well. So Arch Manning, Smitty, we got the big class coming this weekend. So that's been the talk of college football, I would say, since the end of the playoff run, as Ohio State held that national championship high. I would say OSU Texas has been on the docket. It's been the talk. We cannot shy away from that big game that's just 2 days away. And we are sitting here looking at Mr. Texas and Mr. The Ohio State natty champion FanDuel Zays Buckeye. Respectively.
Let's see what we got going on in the chat, and then we'll get to that next question real quick. Good evening, Robin. We appreciate you. Robin hit me up earlier today, y'all. She said, y'all need to be getting together, going out to some sports spot, and y'all should all be together watching this game. Y'all should not be separated. Y'all should be together.
Nah, Miss Robert, that ain't a good idea because if I get to losing, bottles is flying.
It's going to be a campus parlay, man, with Zay, man, for sure.
That's right, Robin. Longhorns all day. Longhorns all day.
Hey, she got you killed on the gear, though. I give her that. She killing you on the gear.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Robin because she did hit my inbox and mentioned the same thing as well and said that we need to invite her out wherever we would be watching the game. So, man, it's just good to see her in here as well, man. We appreciate you always tuning in.
Robin's so fly, man. They think we bodyguards for a celebrity, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What key offensive players are you really high on playing well against their opponent in week 1?
Man, y'all know this ain't really a difficult question. You know, we know what Smitty coming out there to do. It's gonna start from week 1. It's gonna be torture all season for everybody. You know, so Smitty, he got some stuff to make up for last year. He going for 6 catches, $140. You know what I mean? It's gonna be real bad out there.
Man, cool. I'm gonna say Deuce. I'm gonna go Deuce Robinson. We got Keon Coleman out of Michigan State a few years back out of the portal and did wonders with him coming to Florida State. So I say with this addition and Deuce Robinson coming from USC, we know what type of player he is. I'm looking for Deuce to be making grabs. If you've seen my post on YouTube, I put Peter Warrick out there with the team photo. So I think it's going to be a special season in Tallahassee, Doak Campbell, with the newly renovated stadium. So I'm looking forward to Deuce Robinson having a breakout game Saturday night.
Okay. Fellas, man, we can go again. We can go so many places with this, man. It's nothing like college football. It's nothing like football, period. But one of my quarterbacks y'all hear me talk a lot about on this here podcast is Sawyer Robertson, quarterback from Baylor. I'm really looking forward to seeing him, and if he can pull off the semi upset against Auburn, the SEC team. You know, Auburn got some talent. Will they be able to put it all together? Who knows? But I'm really high on Baylor. I'm really high on Sawyer Robertson, and I think they can get the job done.
Yeah, I'm man. I want to see this matchup between Nussmeier and Cade Klubnik. Which one of those two quarterbacks is going to be able to take the first Heisman Trophy front runner position after that game? I think one of those two guys has a chance to become the Heisman front runner. So I'm anxious to see that game. Can Nussmeier navigate that Clemson defense? Now, we talking about how good this Clemson defense is supposed to be with all that talent they got. But Texas busted them up in that playoff game for over 400 yards rushing or something close to that. They could have definitely got 400 if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Is the defense going to be good enough to slow down Nussmeier? And will the LSU cornerbacks, safeties, their defensive backs, are they going to be able to handle Cade Klubnik in that passing game that he has? I'm anxious to see that one. And those two players are the two high-profile players I'm looking to see what they're going to do this weekend.
Hey, and while you mentioned that, you could go ahead and just pull up the next question because I want to highlight that actual matchup. That was on my docket for that question, which is what key defensive player are you really high on playing well against their week 1 opponent? And I gotta highlight Ashton Stamps at LSU. If they win that game, it's probably because he took away Brian Westcott Jr. And that's who I think is going to be Cade Klubnik's top target this year. So if that is the case, I think LSU could snap this streak of losing their first game of the season finally. This up and coming season, this up and coming Saturday night. Or do they play Sunday? They play Saturday night.
Yeah, they play Saturday
night. And Westcott, he's a part of that super sophomore class, man. So, you know, he's definitely a big target of Klubnik's, man. That's, I think, a freshman that really got overlooked last year by, you know, some people, not all, but just look at his stats last year. He is definitely a great target. even the completion percentage, big playmaker as well. So I'm glad you mentioned that about Wesco as well.
They got two dudes though.
Yeah, the other one, he a senior. I forget his name. He crazy speedy. I mean, you looking at that type of. I'm not saying Cade Klubnik is Trevor Lawrence, or who was it they had before then? I can't think of the quarterback's name when they had Higgins and all those guys together.
Did Higgins play with Watson, Deshaun?
I want to say he might have played.
They had Trevor Lawrence then before that it was DJU.
He played with both of them. Higgins played with both of them, I believe so.
And before that it was Deshaun, I believe.
Yeah, I think he played with both of those quarterbacks. It reminded me of that, them weapons that Clemson had when they was taking deep shots. They both that type of threat as well.
Man, Norfolk State getting popped.
Yeah, they look horrible.
What's the score on that one?
13-0.
Is that Boise State? Because I have Boise State and the points on that one. I ain't putting no bets or nothing on it.
Yeah.
Now, Boise State losing by 10.
Oh, man, that's how Florida defense, man, probably stepped up because they was playing that first drop.
Boise getting out coached, man.
They getting out coached. Yep. Who you got? Who you talking about defensively?
Defensively, I'm going to South Carolina, and I'm looking at Dylan Stewart, coming off the edge for the Gamecocks. I want to see if he can be disruptive and cause Virginia Tech all kind of fits, and just be that dominant pass rusher coming off the edge, man, in a big game against Virginia Tech in Atlanta this weekend or Sunday. So that's who I got my eyes on.
It's one player I really haven't looked at as much as we know WTP looked at him and been scowling and waiting for him to get down Saturday. I'm looking at Colin Simmons, man. I think when you talk about a big game, I could have went, I would have been biased if I would have said Darrell Jackson, but I'm looking at Colin Simmons, man. You talking about a player with his elite talent. You talking about a game, and I was speaking to someone, and I told him this is probably one of the biggest games in OSU history. This is bigger than the game when they played them years ago with Colt McCoy. It's that big of a game, and I haven't heard no Buckeye fan talk more about Colin Simmons coming to this game than any other player when it comes to Texans. That's all they talk about.
We ain't been talking about none of them dudes.
I'm talking as far as in the fans I see when I'm out and about. I'm at work, so I see quite a few. So they do mention Colin Simmons when it comes to that Texas team.
Hey, well, I respect what you said, but they locked in with us. We ain't locked in with them. I be telling y'all that all the time, bruh.
I'm ready to cause this smoke right now because Saturday high noon, we got the Ohio State Buckeyes taking the field against these Texas Longhorns. And we can't act like it's not nothing to see right now. We can't act like it.
Hey, they going to be locked in the stadium with us. Not the other way around, bruh.
They said
not
they
the other way
out
around.
They said they walking out proud. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you got to hold your head high when you take a L. They teach you sportsmanship as a baby. What you talking about?
But yeah,
what happened to you?
What you mean? I ain't no sore loser. I am not a sore loser. I am not a sore loser. That's one thing I hate.
And I know you guys broke the game down and did a wonderful preview, but it's really going to be interesting to see Caleb Downs and how he's used in that defensive scheme at Ohio State with Patricia as the new D coordinator. And, just how they use him to disrupt the flow of that Texas offense, man. That's very interesting.
What defensive guy you looking for, Zay? Or did you already go?
Oh, He said, "I'm getting ready for high noon kickoff." Where's your Texas hat at this evening, Unc? I'm not gonna say much, but I'm gonna just ask you that.
I made him take it off. I told him it was Muhammad.
It's upstairs. It's upstairs. I didn't bring it down in the studio with me.
Hey, listen, man.
But I don't need it.
Man, listen, they got them 4 new starters on that offensive line. I'm looking for Kenyatta Jackson to ring all that noise on the field that we've been hearing about. You know, I got something very special for the people. It's coming tomorrow. Y'all gonna see. I can't say too much, man. It got to be a surprise. You know what I mean? But man, the energy and the readiness is all here. You know, it's all here, and now it's time to just do it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And you're supposed to talk like that. You're a Buckeye fan. But you're mistaken if you think that the Texas Longhorns is not in the mouths of these Ohio State Buckeye fans, because it is.
They're not. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Every platform I done been on, done looked at, they talking, bro. Everybody that I know. And they should be, because it's the best thing that's going. And like what the boys say, the draft dude with the hair.
Oh,
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper. He said it's been 48 years since he's seen the games hyped as this one that's coming up on Saturday, because them Texas Longhorns is coming into Ohio State Stadium, and the thing keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So apparently this offensive line stuff that they keep throwing out there must not be real.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. That is for sure.
Find out for sure. Defensive player that I'm looking for, man, to see who's going to be out there. I mean, I guess I got to keep it with my Texas Longhorns. I want to see if Anthony Hill is going to take that next step as one of the top elite linebackers in the country. He was really, really good last year. I felt like he got snubbed for the Buckus Award. He at least should have been there as a finalist, but he wasn't. I'm anxious to see what he's going to be able to do. Is he going to be able to command this defense? Because he's probably going to be the guy with the headset on. Is he going to be able to do the things that we need him to do to bring us this victory on Saturday?
See, that's what's wrong with y'all Texas people, bro. Y'all think y'all should have had dudes in the award categories everywhere and didn't do nothing, though. Didn't do not a squatter.
If you say
Hey,
so.
I told y'all in the chat, man. I think y'all are just a little bit too low on Mr. Hill. I think it's going to be between him and Downs. He may be the best defender in the country.
We ain't down on it. He plays exactly where he's supposed to be at, man. Like number 10 overall.
And that list you sent to the chat, Zach, they had him second overall.
Oh, nah, I ain't sent that list. I wouldn't have never sent no list like that. That list looked retarded.
No, who sent that list?
I think it was Moss.
Somebody sent that. Yeah,
sent that one.
But they had Rosboy second overall.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's as advertised. I like him. I mean, when you talk about this game and think about it, like you said, it's one of the biggest games, and you don't forget about Ohio State's national championship run, but you forget just a smidget that they played Texas last year, just a smidge, because it's that big of a game, which is crazy to me. That's how big this game is, and you're like, well, they just played them in the playoff, but man, this is huge.
Hey, I don't even forget. I'm about to be 2-0 in the calendar year against these bums. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get them out of here. I don't even want to see them again after that.
Y'all think Hill is properly rated? I think he a little bit better than everybody think, but we gonna see.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh, my bad. Who did it? My bad. How excited are you to check on Eddie George, Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick, and the other coaches that are out there that we're high on, who decided to come from playing in the spotlight in the NFL to now becoming coaches in college. How y'all feeling about those guys?
Man, it's nothing but pure excitement for me. Uh, all those guys you mentioned, man, those are guys I grew up watching and who were some of my heroes when it comes to the game of football. You know, I remember, Monday night, Thursday, or it wasn't Thursday night football back then, but it was Monday night football. I remember getting off football practice and getting home to watch those games. Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, Eddie George with his battles with Ray Lewis. I think it's nothing but a great thing for these guys to, become head coaches and give it back to the game like that and take mentorship over these young men is excellent for the game of football. And who knows? They may be, this might be a stopgap. They might be on the bigger and better things within a couple of years. So I like it.
I think it's a great thing as well. I agree with everything you said. Just to add to it, you're talking about someone that's in that group won the Heisman. Talking about someone that's been an NFL, I believe MVP with Mike Vick. I mean, these guys have credentials for days, and like you said, what they bring to the game and the way they could change the culture, as we seeing with this NIL. You could bring different players to smaller HBC universities that could fare out and can be bigger than sports in the long run as well. So I think it's just a great thing to see overall. It gives us something to look up to. Our young kids, hey, this is a guy I watched, when I was in high school. This is the guy at my time who really changed the dynamics of the game. So lock in, go there, go get that NIL money that's available for you and be that same superstar talent that you are. And these big schools want you. Go to that HBC school and learn a little education that I feel I couldn't get taught in ways. Go learn it and grow and be a different, be a different face on the earth. I think that'll definitely help.
Man, they got some tough situations though, man. They're at places where it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I just hope that they can at least solidify themselves as becoming a good coach to where they could possibly take a coordinator position, a step up or two, and then possibly become a head coach in the Power Four ranks at some point. Because I'm looking at Norfolk right now. Well, I was looking at them earlier, and they don't look good at all. Now, maybe they don't have the talent as good as Townsend, but they do not look good at all right now. And so I'm hoping that those guys can at least, and I would like for them to stay at an HBCU, but I know HBCUs can always replace their coaches because it's just the tier that they're on. They can always find an up and coming guy, either played at that university or something like that. They don't necessarily got to have a big name like you got in Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, and Eddie George, which Eddie George is coaching at a group of six school, which is Bowling Green. But I think those guys, man, got to fare well so they can get an opportunity elsewhere. But that may not be what they want to do. They may want to stick and stay where they at. They ain't like they need no bread. But I would like to see them on the next level, man, for sure. Really having an impact on some of the players' lives that we know are going to make it to the NFL. So hopefully that can happen for each of them. So that's what I'm excited about for them. The fact that they're already in coaching and to see if they can make it to the next tier of coaching in the group of four or group of six or even the Power Four. I got kind of long-winded right there, but that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm excited about them. I think Eddie George is in the best position to succeed. I think that conference is very manageable. I think he's at a program that can get the type of talent to where he can get to win that conference. And then he's homegrown. He's right down the street. So I think he can clean up a lot of the players that maybe don't got them Ohio State or Cincinnati offers and try to keep them home and just show them the dream of and tell them the dream of, man, if you could play, the NFL going to find you anyway. I think I will put him on a high level of possibility for success. Now I will put Mike Vick on the mid tier just for the simple fact that, like you said, he had an HBCU, so maybe if he go get some inner city kids and he'd be like, yeah, the campus is beautiful and we got a lot of girls down here, and that might work and get you some talent, you know what I mean? I don't know what the NIL look like around there or nothing, but what black kid wouldn't love to be at an HBCU though? That's how I look at it. Not saying that your whole team gonna be black, but I mean, we know where the athletes is. So, but Deshaun Jackson, man, been at Delaware State. I don't know what he gonna do out there. I know they play football down there, but man, when I think of Delaware State, I don't know nothing about Delaware State. I just think of like, I don't know what I think. It's just like, what does it look like down there? You know, I just don't know what he getting himself into over there. So, I mean, that's just how I break it down. But I hope they all succeed. We want to see them all win, you know, because a lot of the times, you know, you see a lot of these dudes that haven't made it to the level of football that they have, and they be excellent coaches. You got to think that they know football just as good as the next guy do. So I want to see these dudes win.
All right, y'all. I was going to put this Boise State thing on there, but I'm not because they getting thumped right now, 24-7, about to go into the fourth quarter.
Hey, Moss, you can't – if these games is on, you can't count these picks, bro.
Yeah. We can't count this pick at all. So what's y'all's thoughts on Boise State down 24-7? I know they on the road at UCF, but they were a 5.5-point favorite. The over and under was 61.5. So what's y'all's thoughts on this game? I know post-game mentioned earlier that they getting out-coached. What's y'all's thoughts?
I mean, we said it multiple times, man. Anytime you got a quarterback who can move and make plays with his legs, you got a chance in these games, man. And that's what I see from USF, South Florida.
USF, yeah, South Florida.
Yeah, you know, they being out coached. I said in past streams that I don't think Boise State was a top 25 team. Then I retracted and I said I see why. I should have stuck with my first mind. I don't think Boise State is going to be a top 25 team this year, guys. So they getting out coached. They don't look like they prepared. They making silly mistakes. They slamming the quarterback after the whistle. It's crazy.
Man, it's tough. I of course had Boise State thinking that, you know, Mad Max, this would be the year where he gets to that 25 game mark where we talk about so highly of. I thought he would be able to lead this team. This is a game where you go on the road, opening the year, a lot of questions for Boise State. This makes, you know, a lot of answers, as you just said, post game for myself as well. I really didn't look at Boise State, you know, feeling like as far as in where to rank them. But this, I would say not 25, but is this, you know, hats off to how good South Florida really is. You know, when I was watching that game and felt that they could get away with it early. So seeing that they're up this late in the game, man, hats off to them. And like you said, the coaching staff as well.
Man, you know what I've been seeing since I've been watching this game? I've been seeing one team is just tougher than the other one. Bro, USF been laying the wood on them on defense. They've been hitting them, receivers crossing, running backs, quarterback. They've been hitting everybody. That's all I see. I mean, sometimes you could just snatch somebody's heart out. I feel like that's what's going on.
They did, yeah.
I'll second that. And I hate that I got to second it behind an Ohio State fan, but listen, I second that, bro. That first drive that Boise State had, they looked good. But I'm telling you, even on that drive, UCF was still hitting. They ended up getting a fumble. They just kept smacking you in your mouth, smacking you in your mouth, smacking you in your mouth. They done took Boise State's heart. They don't want to do nothing, bro, because they know that even if I catch the ball, somebody come to lay some wood on me. If they hand me the ball, somebody gonna lay some wood on me.
Yeah.
It might speak to what Isaiah said earlier, that the freaking Ashton Genty must have been all that, bro. Because
Yep.
what you see now out of Boise State in this game, and I know it's just the first game, but don't you think for 1 second people that's watching this game ain't gonna look at it and say, "Oh, let's just be physical with them. We be physical, they're gonna fold up."
Yeah.
And this UCF team, USF team is they laying the wood on them, man. So I think that Mad Max need to get his stuff together, because even though he's throwing some good balls, he's making some mistakes too.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to get this ship righted, man. Otherwise, they will not be the Group of 6 team representing the Group of 6 in the CFP. Because I think they're gonna get popped a couple more times.
Yeah. Getting the snot beat
Hey,
out.
I don't know if y'all seen the quarterback run that they called back in the
No,
first half.
I didn't
Bro,
see
Yeah.
he broke like 5 tackles, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like that's just like where the toughness? Like, he broke like 5. I know they called it back, but still, it was crazy.
It's a South Florida team too.
Yeah,
They-
that's a big physical quarterback, man.
That's true, but 5 tackles, post 5. Hey, they just scored again. It's 30-7. It's over.
This South Florida team, we got to think, if we think about the last few years, even through the pandemic time, I know a couple of schools I think folded or they switched conference, however everything went. But this was a school that went through some things as well. So, seeing this South Florida school where they are putting it on a Boise State team, this is not just any team. This is Boise State. This is going to be talked about throughout the college football season, and it's going to be all eyes on South Florida now. And I think when you come out, you smacking them in the mouth, like you say, and as WTP Sports Dudes be saying when he said, knocking the snot out of them, this is what's going down. So shout out to South Florida, man, as we sit here talking about them. Boise State, Mad Max, get them troops together, because we know this is not how the Broncos do what they do. And, y'all got to show us, was Ashton Genty Boise, or is there more in Idaho besides potatoes?
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Todd Orlando's defensive calling, how he got them boys out there playing.
Yeah.
Todd Orlando was in Power 4 for a long time as a defensive coordinator, man. Now he's down at USF. He was at Texas for a while, and his scheme just didn't fit Texas, even though he had a really, really good defense his first year at Texas. But he really got these guys playing better. I think he done changed up his scheme a little bit. He's gone away from that 3-down lineman look that he was doing at Texas, and now he's running a traditional 4-down lineman set. So that might be what's helping him
They
here
look
in this
really
game.
fast too, man. They look very fast.
Yeah. Let's look at the next game on the slate.
Norfolk State just had a field goal blocked right before halftime. That ain't good signs, man. That ain't good signs.
Oh, yeah. We got East Carolina plus 13 at NC State. The over and under 65.5. What y'all think about this game? Who y'all got? And Mossberg, we keeping track, bro.
No, this game is on. I'm watching this game right now.
Oh, so right now?
You
It's
see,
tough to
CJ
go.
Bailey just threw an interception a few minutes ago. So East Carolina got the ball.
It's still tough to that 13.5 at North Carolina State. I'm an ACC guy, even though I know how this East Carolina team could be. I know you put them, you said to watch out for this for that upset alert Tuesday, but I'm going to go with North Carolina State. I'm going to stay in the ACC with that 13.5 at home.
No, I told the people to take the points. 13 and a half. It's 17-7 right now. It looked like we on trajectory, but yeah, I thought North Carolina State would win this game mainly due to CJ Bailey. He got them legs. He threw a touchdown and ran for a touchdown in the first half. He got to clean it up now. He going back into a little inconsistency that I seen out of him last year, but he got all the tools, man. And like I said, the last time they played East Carolina, it was a 1 point. They barely scraped out with a 1 point win, but like the 5 meetings before that, they blew them out. But that's little brother coming to see big bro. You know, little bro trying to get him one every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the.
You said what?
What quarter is that game in?
This is a third. No, it's about to be half. It's 4 seconds left. East Carolina trying to kick a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take NC State. I'll take the Wolfpack in this one.
I'm gonna take the Wolfpack to win, but I ain't gonna take them to cover that 13 and a half.
17-7 going in at half. Hey, Rutgers was up 31-17. This is a tie game now.
Who they got?
Who they got?
Ohio.
That's that Ohio Rutgers game.
It's good. That's good news for me. I picked Ohio in the upset.
You said Rutgers was up in that game?
Yeah, they was up 31-17 at one point.
You know, the Bobcats, though, they a team, I think in the last few years, if we watch it, they be doing that. They had them big games where they score high and they be in them type of battles.
All right, Moss B, keep track from here on out.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, he ain't got to keep that. He ain't got to do them first two. But this one you got to keep.
From here on out.
Nebraska is favored by 6.5 at Cincinnati. The over and under is 51.5. What y'all saying?
I'm going Cincy because I'm rolling with the state, though. You feel me? It ain't safe, though. You know they call Cincy them Bearcats. You rock with me.
Bengals, Bearcats,
Cincy, dog. I'm going Cincy all day.
I think this is a big game for Cincinnati coming out opener at home against Nebraska. I think it's a team that people, I mean, they don't really talk about them much, but I think it's a scary team this year. They return a lot. They, definitely got my eye after I did a little research on them. Just watching what they bring back. I like them against Nebraska. Big opening game upset.
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to rock with y'all on this, but I'm a trust Dylan Raiola in this one, and I'll take Nebraska. They'll probably win by a field goal though, but I'll take Nebraska in this game.
Where he go? Oh, he ducking.
We got
ducking the pick.
Coming right back. He jabbed out real quick.
He ducking the pick.
He'll be coming right back in because he was looking like he wanted to make his selection, like he was trying to think about who it was. And we have Miss Robin coming in. She said, "Ow, I feel angry. Waffle House with fried Buckeyes on the side." Zay, every comment that come in, when it comes to them Buckeyes, I think they only going to be coming to you because we know that you are the man with the floor this evening, knowing that your Buckeyes have this national championship. They start to reign this coming Saturday at high noon. So the next question that we have on the docket, and what make you? What's your any thoughts about this Nebraska Cincinnati game, real quick before we go to the next one?
Who you talking to me?
Yeah, just both.
Yeah, I got Cincy, man. I gotta see. Raiola didn't throw nothing down the field last year. I gotta see like if you gonna throw something down the field. I know what I'm getting out of Brandon Sorsby. He gonna sling it around the yard a little bit. You know what I mean? I ain't got no faith in Raiola slinging that. They led the country in screen passes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. What we doing? You feel me? He was a 5-star quarterback. Sling the ball, bro.
Anything you got on that one post game?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna depend on that receiver core, man. They got new receivers over there in Nebraska, so we'll see if they're able to make a connection with Rayola. So, but I mean, I would say the defense of Nebraska concerns me more. I don't know if they got enough to, be a winning team with so many departures from last season. So we'll see.
Yeah, since he got three brand new receivers from the portal too, they just switched up their whole receiving corps. So and that's where they struggled at last year, big time for real. They had some drops, and not enough separation out there for real. So we're gonna see what happened with these three new dudes. They sound confident in them though. You know what I mean? They seem like they like them.
The next one we have Auburn at Baylor. We know post game is spoken very highly of these Auburn Tigers. I mean, these Baylor Bears.
Rob, you there?
Yep, he's there. Came
Nah,
back.
he froze.
Nah, his stuff is jacking up. I can hear him, but I can't hear him.
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good. Yeah, let's get your pick on that Cincy. Don't slide past that one. He was like, I don't want no blemish on my record.
Yeah, we got to get your pick on that.
I don't want no blemish on my record, man. I'm taking NC State in that game. I don't think they're going to cover.
No, Nebraska.
Who was the spread on them? Oh, Nebraska, Cincinnati. I think they could cover that, and I think they can beat Cincinnati. My internet over here going ham.
Nah, you good. I already
So
know.
I got Nebraska.
Cool. Then the next one we got up is that Auburn at Baylor. I think they have Baylor at 2.5. Don't know if that's because of them being at home or not, but over and under is 59.5. This is a pretty good game. A game that I don't think a lot of people talking about. I think this is a game we could look back on come week 5, week 6, respectively, seeing where both teams are in a conference. I think this could really set off each, the winner of this game. Thoughts on this game, starting with you, Zay?
Man, I'm going Auburn, man. Listen, I know we say a lot about the quarterback, Arnold, but one thing I need people to understand is that Oklahoma offense was one of the most putrid offenses in college football last year. Pound for pound, Auburn got blue chips to stack up with like some of the top programs in the country, pound for pound. So if they even get any resemblance out of Arnold being a 5-star quarterback that he is, I expect them to have a better year than they did last year. They got Eric Singleton over in the portal, who was my top receiver in the portal. So, I mean, listen, don't go out there trying to win a game. Don't do too much. Spread the ball around, and I think they'd come out of there with a win, man. I like Baylor, but one thing people not saying about Baylor is how bad their defense was. Their defense was bad, but Baylor, like the Texas Techs of the world, the teams that like the run and gun, they usually always kind of sort of statistically have bad defense because they want to play fast and speed the game up and have more possessions in the game. So I'm not just going to judge it off of that. But another thing too is this is a hard game to pick because Baylor won their last 6 games last year. You know what I mean? They won their last 6 games, and they returning a lot. So it's really not an easy pick, but I'm gonna go like when I'm on the edge and on the threshold, I always go with what team got more talent, and to me, that's Auburn.
What's your thoughts on this one, post game?
Yeah, man, I'm taking the Baylor Bears. I've been saying it all summer. I'm big on Sawyer Robertson, and it's not just Sawyer Robertson, man. Their running back Bryson Washington is a dude. I like their stability more. Like Zay said, they ran off 6 straight games to end the season before. getting beat by LSU in a bowl game. But uh, I think when you talk about breakout players in college football, I think Sawyer Robertson is that dude. I really believe he can play himself into a first round draft pick. Uh, so I'll take Baylor in this game. Auburn, Zay is right. Auburn does have some talent on that squad, but can they put it together? We'll see. So I'm taking Baylor in this game.
I'm taking the physicality of Auburn and the fact that they got some skilled guys in this game. And I think their running game is going to be able to keep Sawyer Roberts on the sideline. That's his name post game, Sawyer Roberts?
Sawyer Robertson.
Robertson? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're going to keep him on the sideline with that running game, man. And I think Auburn is going to be able to control the tempo of the game, control the clock, and all that good stuff, man, and get this victory. I got them covering that 2.5. Will they get over the 59.5? I don't know about that. But I definitely think Auburn can cover that 2.5 and they're going to get the win.
That's SEC, dude.
For sure.
I respect it.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm going. I don't know. It's something about Auburn, man. I like this team. I know Baylor is a scary team. I mean, they at home. We know what Baylor bring. As you said about Roberson, I know you've been speaking about him heavy. I think this is a year for, we look at a few quarterbacks throughout the college landscape. This is, a year for the quarterbacks as well. So I still like Auburn with them getting that transfer as they spoke and having a receiver to throw to this year. I think when you get that experience and you bring that to the locker room, I think certain, times it can be effective. And I think with Auburn, I think this is one of those years where it could be very effective for that locker room and for that team, having someone at the quarterback helm that you could really trust. Nothing against the previous quarterbacks, but I think not having someone young helps too for Auburn moving forward. So I got Auburn, and I'm going to take the 2.5 as well.
Well, check this out, fellas. Just remember this about Baylor. So they play Auburn. Then they go to the SMU next week. They got Sanford in between that SMU and Arizona State game. So those first 4 weeks is going to be crucial for the Baylor Bears if they're going to have success this season.
And they at SMU?
They at SMU, home for Sanford, and home for Arizona State September 20th. So if they're going to make some noise this year, they have to win this game against Auburn.
Because with me having Auburn beating Baylor, I'm looking forward to that Arizona State showdown. Because I got Arizona State winning the Big 12, I believe, from our preseason talk.
Yeah, that's a big game.
Yeah, for sure.
If somebody's looking for a good defensive coordinator, Dave Aranda, the head coach of the Baylor Bears, may be coming off sooner than you think.
Man. I think that next one we have up on the slate is one I know everybody been waiting for to start the season again, especially without having those magnificent sons of his there winning along with the other guys, Horn, Wester, some of those other guys. And that's that Georgia Tech at Colorado. I think this also is, one of the not so talked about games, but I think it's a big game. I think it's, a very big game. Our hearts and thoughts goes out to the King family, knowing what he's dealing with his family as a player. That's something I can't imagine that you have to deal with, not having to experience something like that. But hats off to you being able to prepare yourself. And I know thoughts and prayers with you and your family and everything you do, man. Everything you do. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech in this one. I'm going to take Georgia Tech. Colorado was pretty hurt. I think Hayes King, he come out playing like a whole different specimen. And I'm going to say for this game, nothing against Coach Prime and what they're doing over at Colorado. Look for Hayes King's Heisman statement in this game, possibly a run, a pass. I don't know. With what's going on, you always look for something through sports to make a big way. And I think this is his opportunity to do that. Quiet a lot of what's going on throughout his mind and throughout his week.
Man, I guess I'll go. This is a really tough game for me to call personally. Like Moss said, shout out to the King family, and I just hope everything goes well for them and they make it through these times. But as far as football, man, I just think there's more questions on the Colorado side. We're waiting on Colorado to get a defensive line and offensive line, parlay that with the skill position talent they got. We don't know if we're going to see that this season. I just think Georgia Tech is a physical running team. I think Colorado would keep it close early, but Georgia Tech eventually pulls away with that running game. So I'm gonna take Georgia. I hate to say it because my heart telling me to take Colorado, but I'm gonna go mind over heart, and I'm gonna take Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia Tech as well, man. I think Georgia Tech is a team that already knows what they want to do. They already know what they're going to do. They're not going to deviate from that. They're going to be Georgia Tech. And I think that them being Georgia Tech and sticking to what they do, they're going to be a little bit too much for Colorado this year. I think Colorado is not quite ready to deal with the physicality on the offensive side of the ball that Georgia Tech is going to bring to them. And I think they're going to smack Colorado in the face.
Man, y'all making me not want to pick Georgia Tech. It's too much clean. It's too clean. I'm listen. I had Georgia Tech, but now I really want to switch my pick. Man, I'm going Colorado, man. I'm going Colorado. They at home.
You're coming in last place anyway.
Man, they at home, man. It's that different altitude. Them boys on Georgia Tech might get winded. This is a game I stayed away from though on my ticket. It's just too hard to pick it. But I think Coach Prime been trying to light a fire under his team. I don't think he not happy with his team. I think he just been trying to lock them in. So, yeah, I'm gonna give Colorado the slight edge. I think Salters and King is gonna be whoever make more plays between them is gonna have to win the game. I think losing Eric Singleton is a big blow to Georgia Tech as well.
Yeah, Zay. I mean, I was gonna say that, man. Salters, if anybody could surprise us and get the job done in that game, it could be Salters. It could be late game heroics, and Colorado get the W. So I wouldn't be surprised if that. Like I said, man, my mind telling me Georgia Tech, my heart is telling me Colorado, but I gotta go with Tech in this game.
Yeah, it was like the same for me too, because like I had Colorado on my paper with the check, and I switched it over. Just the injuries for me, and when you say next man up at Colorado, I like what Prime is built in there, but I don't think he's built for those next men up to be prepared for the type of seniors that Georgia Tech bring with this offensive line. You're talking about a team that runs the ball, they run the ball. That's tough to combat against when this is what they do. This is their identity. They know what they're doing, and they're coming in healthy, minus Singleton, which is a big loss. But I think that next man up for Georgia Tech is ready for something, when it comes to whether it's offense or running that ball as well on the line. So,
and the thing is this, fellas. Overall, what do they do in the Big 12?
Throw the ball.
Right. I don't even think Colorado is built to deal with a team like Tech, man.
It's a rebuild in a receiving room, but nothing. it's not the talent they had last year when it comes to having a Jimmy Horn, Wester, Travis Horn catching balls, Shador throwing them. Nothing against Salter. I think he's going to be a good, great talent, but I think when you're talking about Colorado rebuilding, you're rebuilding that wide receiver room compared to what you had a year ago. So, a lot of these things plays in factor. Now I want them to come out and definitely show me something different because, of course, nothing against Colorado. We're going to be with them, but we just picking Georgia Tech, with this one. I've been a fan of Florida State, and I know what King and that running back room could do for Georgia Tech. So that's just my pick this weekend.
I think the Big 12 is probably moving away from that spread wide open kind of offense. I think they're trying to become more of a running conference. What their issue is they can't get them trench guys because all the trench dudes is going to SEC, Big Ten, Notre Dame. So if they can get their trenches together on both sides of the ball, which is going to be very difficult for them to do, which was a huge issue that Texas had when they were in the Big 12. I don't know if they're going to ever be able to do that, but I think they are trying to get away from so much pass and be more balanced and run the football, especially since they've added teams that's what they like to do. They don't necessarily like to spread you out like the Texas Techs, the Oklahomas, and teams like that were in the Big 12 maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. Do y'all think that Prime is going to have to? This is third year in Colorado. If they don't fare so well, is he going to have to get him some new coaches in there?
I mean, he been getting new coaches in there for real. I feel like, Marshall Faulk, Warren Sapp, is his second year. The OC, what's his name? What's the OC's name?
I can't think of the offensive coordinator's name. This is second or third year.
Yeah, I think this is his second or third year. I mean, they all really new for real. I don't know. I think they got to stay the course. As long as you keep elevating every year and you're not regressing, I think you good.
Yeah, I don't think to do what Coach Prime has done at a school like Colorado, I don't think he's in trouble if he has a shaky season. I think they got the right coaches. They got a lot of experience, a lot of coaches that young guys respect if they know anything about the game of football, which these young guys do. So I think if they have a okay season, I think he'll be fine. Coaches will be fine. I don't think he'll look to replace anybody, but to do what he's done, man, even if they had a not so good season, he deserves a little grace. So just let him keep building, man. That's Colorado.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's Coach Prime. I think this really gives a lot of thought and, make me think about is people really scared of the cold. They really scared to play football in the cold, Go down there with Coach Prime, man, talking to the top talents of the world too. Go to the HBCUs, go down there, join Coach Prime. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think what he's doing in Colorado is great. He's brought a program back to you looking forward to every Saturday football, what's going on in Boulder. And when you think of that, you think of Rashawn Salam, the Cordell Stewarts. You think of so many before this team that we see now. And to see Colorado back, as a team to look out for in football is great. And what not better than Coach Prime, the Hall of Famer, to do it. Florida State didn't give him a shot. He's doing something that's changing the way of college football in Boulder. So I'm all for it. Continue to build what you built, and your time is coming. And as you say, we coming, and I believe it.
We got another game that was on the docket.
That was the last one we had on the docket.
Okay, so we got three games today. We got the Colorado, the Auburn. What was the other one? NC State? No, NC State right now, right?
Nebraska and Cincy.
Nebraska, Cincinnati. Okay. So those three. So that'll give us a chance to be for me to be 4-0, for somebody else to be something in 1 or something in 2 or something in 3 or 0-4.
A lot of it, man, for sure.
Cool. So you got everybody's picks, Mossberg? You know what everybody got?
I got everything wrote down. I'll take a picture and send it in the chat once we get off too.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have to go down as winning percentage as opposed to record, since T1 and Parlay Poe ain't on here and we don't know what they picking.
Oh, it ain't too late for them to pick. They could put their pick in the chat.
Tell Parlay Poe to send us that pick ticket.
Yeah, put that pick in the chat if y'all watching.
Yes, sir. Hit that rewatch button, T1 and Parlay Poe. Anybody else out there, make sure everything at the bottom of the screen you tap like as well. Then just some thoughts about the Dallas situation. Nobody really talked much, but I think I overheard. This is Parsons out of Dallas, 25, 26 years old. Luka in the same year. You're talking about franchise players on the basketball and the football side, but Parsons leaving Dallas I think that's the biggest offseason talk. Going to Green Bay when Green Bay trying to figure some things out. I think that puts Green Bay in another echelon in that NFC. Just getting Parsons, I think it's that big for Green Bay. You talking about the cheeseheads going wild, part one. Because Mike is going to bring a whole different dimension to the defense. So I think that's just something we really got to look into. You know, this is a big city, big state, and both of y'all's franchise players gone in one calendar year.
Yeah, that's nuts, Moss. Well, we talked, we had a commenter on one of the shorts we did about that. And I'm just like, they said it was stupid to ask that question. Who looks stupid now?
It was a great question. And, we tap into a lot of it. And that's something I've been looking at. And I'm going to stick to my guns with it. And I'm not shooting nobody. I'm just talking about these right here. Cowboys don't make the playoffs since Parsons gone. I said it. And this is the second or third time I said it. And make sure you go back 113-20, Zay. Hit that in the chat. And that's a fact. I don't think the Cowboys get to the playoffs, man. I think that was that big for Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put it past it now either. I had them winning that division.
I thought they was going to have a hard time going to the playoffs with them.
Ooh. Yeah, I thought they were going to be really, really good with him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can be without him. I mean, he's missed some football, but of course they was horrible. I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. But hey, Green Bay, make something happen. Michael Parsons, you got to go out there and ball out, man. Otherwise, you're gonna make Jerry Jones look like he a smart dude.
Yeah.
And look, that getting Parsons in Green Bay was huge. Look at the quarterbacks that they got to get after in that division. Have somebody like Parsons to disrupt the flow of the offense for those opposing teams is going to be huge. And I hope he can stay healthy because he'll be a big factor.
Yeah. So.
And man, did he get paid? Sheesh.
Yeah,
get paid, young man. Get paid.
Get big money.
So UCF had the ball down in the red zone. 4th and 3 with 3 minutes and something left. They decided to kick the field goal. Would you have went for it on 4th and 3 just to get the first down and milk the clock, or would you have kicked the field goal to go up 34-7?
That game over.
I'm kicking the field goal.
Yeah, I would.
The easy points.
Yeah, 34-7. They ain't scoring. They might not score again anyway. They ain't gonna come back. So, yeah.
What you say, Zay?
Yeah, that game over.
You would went for it just to milk the clock, or you would have kicked the field goal?
Nah, I would have let my kicker practice.
Yeah, let that
It's
kicker
a, and it's, a,
shine, man.
it's a Grammatica too, and it's like 5 years
Oh,
now.
Yeah. His dad had the record or something. They were saying.
you
Yeah.
talking about a golden toe right there.
I think I would have
Martine.
went for it on 4th and 3 in hopes to get the first down and then go ahead and milk the clock.
Then you and the coach would have had to fight at the 50-yard line.
Ooh. I wonder if we're gonna ask you that in the post game. I wonder if we're gonna ask you in the post game. Shout out the post game 86. Why Texas went for it on a 4th down?
Oh, we're gonna get it all day. We're gonna
You
get
said,
it.
why did they? Like in the game? Did you not see the time on the clock?
No, I'm saying I'm asking if we're gonna ask him why did Texas go for it on the 4th down.
Oh, it's not even gonna be that close, bro.
You know, I'm just scared.
It's gonna be a convincing win. I'm telling you, they're gonna score a garbage touchdown to make it look good, but yeah, it's gonna be convincing.
That game must go be played in your dreams.
No, that's it. The games you thinking about is in your dream. You've been dreaming about it all 2 weeks, the whole 2 weeks. Hey, you've been on a revenge tour, dog. Hey,
guess what our record is in my dreams?
Gotta be 0 like 99.
10,000.
Yeah, okay.
That how many tickets they gave them, Zay?
Nah, we gave them less than that.
Ooh.
Listen. How many ever tickets you gave us? They all here.
Hey, listen, it don't matter if they all here or not. Hey,
They
listen,
all here,
real talk. Y'all ain't even really been that good the last 3 years. We got to just be honest about that. Y'all wasn't that good in 2023 when y'all won the Big 12. Y'all wasn't that good last year because both of the best teams that y'all played, y'all lost to them. And then this year, it's going to be the same thing. Y'all got players on y'all's team, but for some reason, Sark cannot put it together, bro. He can't put it together. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all, and listen, what did I say? Sark do not win big games for real. I'm trying to tell you this. Bro, I've been trying to tell you this about your coach for a long time. Sark do not win big games, and you about to see it again. He don't win big games, bro. He win big games. He don't win the biggest game, I should say. He like another James Franklin out here for real.
Well, what's been his biggest game that he hadn't won?
He ain't beat Georgia last year. We could just go right back there to last year. He ain't beat Georgia or Ohio State. His 2 biggest games, his 3 biggest games last year, he did not win. What are we talking about?
You making it seem like he ain't won none of his big games.
Man, listen, man. He don't.
I got so many.
In 2023, what y'all do?
What you mean? We went
let me ask you this
14
question.
playoffs.
Do you think y'all was like the best team in the country in 2023? Go ahead and say yeah.
When we lost to Washington State, Washington.
Yeah, don't you think y'all was better than them?
We was better than them.
So why'd y'all lose?
We lost.
Hey, okay, give me that. Hey, I want to know right there, boss. Hey, I want
2 fumbles. 2 fumbles. Listen. If you go back and watch that game, Penix was lights out. He was. I give him that. But they could not stop our run. We fumbled twice. That's what kept them in the game. We would have probably been up on them 28-14 had we not had them fumbles in that game because they couldn't stop the run, just like they couldn't stop Michigan's run. We would have ended up beating them had we not turned the ball over. And had a chance to beat them, even with all that bad luck, we had a chance to beat them.
I'm learning something about y'all Texas fans, man. Y'all don't do nothing but sell wolf tickets and pipe dreams. That's it.
No.
That's all, bro. That's it, bro.
I got to give it to Washington and Michael Penix. He balled out. He did. But I think we were a better team than them because they couldn't run the ball on us at all. Nobody in 2023 could run the ball on us at all. We would have gave Michigan hell in that national championship game because they wouldn't have been able to run wild like they did on Washington.
Hey, 36
but it would have been
hours.
a good game.
36 hours.
36, yeah. 36. I'm going to see you in about 8.
I don't care. I'm gonna be right there at your door.
I ain't coming to work
where your desk is.
I ain't coming to work.
The question is, are you dropping that bag of Buckeyes off at his desk in the morning, and are you gonna have the Texas hat sitting at his office door hanging in the morning before Saturday?
I'm done with him. I'm locked in. I'm locked in now. I'm done with him.
I think that's what I've been
You're going to
watching.
game day with me, man. What you talking about?
I've been watching it. I've been watching it the whole stream. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to save all that smoke for Saturday morning. Make sure you tune in, because when I say you're going to see FanDuel locked and loaded with all his Buckeye, I'm not even going to call it shenanigans. I'm going to call it his fan gear, his buck nuts, his hoopla, everything you could imagine he going to have on, as well as WTP Sports Dudes. He going to be Texas, hook him out, and he just going to be ready to go, because this game is, like he said, the biggest, as they've been talking, I think, in the past 48, 50 years. This is a historical game. Saturday afternoon at the shoe. Man, any thoughts? Anybody before we get up out of here for tonight? Any other topics on there?
No, that's it for me. That's it for me. You doing a video tomorrow, Post?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Talk to what time did you want to try to get that video? Talk to the people. Let them know.
No, I'm not sure yet. Tomorrow, I'll be off work early, and I got a fantasy draft, so sometime after that, man. I'm gonna keep y'all posted though.
Cool, man. I'm definitely locked and loaded. Looking forward to my Seminoles against these Crimson Tide coming in. I've really been ready for this game since last year as well. As soon as I seen it on the docket, it's not much to be said when it comes to my Seminoles, man. I just know everybody gonna be tuned in at 3:30 watching us. Like, I'm gonna be tuned in at the high noon game, but I'm gonna be up at about 6 o'clock having coffee and getting ready for our talk in the morning as I get me a little cat nap before that noon kickoff, because it's just gonna be much needed with the day of football we got coming up.
Zay, you trying to get down to game day before we go on stream or right after we get off stream?
Oh, it's right after, for real.
Oh, that's gonna be jumping.
Yeah.
Hopefully Moss don't drag us 30 minutes after the damn time
Hey,
to
look.
start.
I'll keep my mouth closed when it's time to shut it down. You already know what to do.
The old roll call.
Yes, sir.
Oh, roll call, boy. You hear that sound? Everybody coming.
Yeah, y'all know Moss don't care about that 30 minutes.
Man,
Hey, we just glad T1 ain't gonna be up at 8 o'clock.
and make sure y'all step out Friday night football, man. We Centennial at South tomorrow, City League TV on Facebook. Make sure y'all tune in to that as well.
I'm going to Grisso's tomorrow to see some of the cats from On Texas Football tomorrow at Grisso's from 4 to 7. So I'm going to go there tomorrow when I get off work.
Oh, man, shout out to that, man. Appreciate all that as well, all the love that you're going to be around.
It's going to be stacked with Longhorn fans.
Man, stop saying that. No, it ain't, man.
Stacked with Longhorn fans. They already got like 150 RSVPs already.
Bro, I'll go there with you. That's how bugged out I am. I'll go there with you. What you talking about?
He said he'll call Brutus and tell him to eat steakhouse outside.
They ain't taking over nothing. Y'all not taking over nothing.
He gonna go and he gonna go like this and have his Texas t-shirt on under his Ohio State shirt. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. I lost a bet.
Oh man.
Oh man, y'all tied up at one, Zay. Y'all gotta bring that heat for about 15 minutes in the chat because we know Unc about to shut it down.
Bro, I already won, bro.
Nah, you got it for the day, man.
He can have it, man. He got the whole scoop on my neck. It's all right, though. It's all right, though. After we win, they're going to be coming over on my side.
Psych.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it, man. Let's go ahead and close out.
Let's do it. As we always do. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace. Make sure y'all follow everything at the bottom, like and subscribe. We out of here. Parlay Poe, Blitzburg, T1 City League, Parlay Poe, FanDuel Zay, Post Game, Level Up Sports 10, and the man that put us all together, WTP Sports Dudes. We out.
Peace.